The market whips around and fails 4,300. Is it bye-bye bully? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so in yesterday's video, we were talking about the fact that the market should hold that 4,300 area and look to push down to give us a lower low. We didn't quite get to the lower low, but we have held the 4,300 area and pushed down. And now the question is, are the bulls done? I'll get into that in just one second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys. We were looking for that push down. We got it. We had 3 trades today. They were all successful. People in the room are doing well, and we're making money in a market that's whipping around. If you want to be part of this winning team, stay tuned for later in the video. For now, let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so if you've been watching the channel for any amount of time, you know we've been looking at this as a diagonal to the downside because of the 3 wave moves we've been getting. So you have 1, 2, we got that wave 3 down, wave 4 up, and now we're looking at a potential A, B, and then we'd look for C down here to complete around the 42.25 region in the ES. And assuming that can hold, we would look for a pretty strong rally to the upside because when diagonals finish, we see very strong reversals, and that reversal should take us to the 43.30 area. I do not believe that this is the low just yet for a couple different reasons that I explained in yesterday's video. Number one, when we see diagonals end, we often see pretty strong rallies. We didn't really see that. This was kind of a okay, kind of lukewarm type rally. Wasn't what you would expect to see here. And then they were not able to sustain it in any way. So we are still looking for that wave 5 down. Remember, in diagonals, 3 wave structures. So off of this wave 4 high, you get an A, a B, and then a C down. So we would look for this move here to be pretty strong to the downside. If that's what's going to happen, they need to take out yesterday's low. And if they take out yesterday's low, that does put us on a path toward the 42.25 area to complete this bigger wave 5 of the C wave. And that would be a bigger wave 4 overall. So 5 of C completes wave 4. And then from there, we'd look for a pretty strong rally back up and what would potentially be wave 5 of wave 3 to the upside. So that would be the downside path and, quite frankly, the primary path until proven otherwise. Proven otherwise would mean that we got something like wave 4 being an A, B, C up to here. But they really need to hold under this 43.35 area and, quite frankly, under this 43.20 area. I want to see them hold under this if they're going to take it a little bit higher in wave 4. And then we would look for that wave 5 down after that. But I don't love that path. I would prefer they come directly down from where they're at and complete this move here. If they are going to push higher, okay, and we have a bigger ABC up toward the 43.60 area, this would become a little bit more bearish overall. And the reason for that is we would be expecting wave 3 of 3 to the downside to end here. Then this would be a wave 4 up toward the 43.60 to 43.80 area. And once you get up into that area, you're starting to get in bigger wave 4 of 3 territory. And what that would mean is with this ABC structure, you'd be looking at a move down in 5 of 3. That would be a 5-wave move that would take us back down to the 41.40 area or so, 41.38 area or so on the ES. And this would be wave 4 of 3 overall. And then we'd look for a wave 4 bounce back up toward this area in 4,300, and then one more low down around the 4,000 area for wave 5. And this would be overall a bigger wave 1 of wave C to the downside that would take us down toward the 3,000 area. I talked about this potential all the way back in last October. I said we'd be pushing up over 4,300 and then look for a big C wave down. And we are on the precipice of that potentially happening. The bulls must hold, okay, down here, the 4170 SPX area I've been talking about for a few days now is where they need to hold and what we are looking for. If the bulls can hold that and give us 5 waves up, then we can start to reasonably talk about a move back towards all-time highs. However, if they cannot hold 4170, then we would be looking for a move down to 4,000 overall to complete wave 1 of C, this 4030 area. From there, we'd look for a wave 2 of C up and then a big 3 of C down. That would be a pretty strong sell-off. So those are the paths we're looking at. Again, really the bulls want another low, and they want it sooner than later. They could morph this into a diagonal. It's just not the best when you want to start a move up to start it with a diagonal. Not impossible. It happens all the time, but it's just not something we rely on or build structures on that we're really confident in. We'd much rather see a low here and then the bulls build a solid 5-wave structure up to tell us that we're on our way back towards those all-time highs overall. Over on the NASDAQ, one of the reasons we continue to look lower on the ES is that the NASDAQ is kind of at its level for a wave 4 high here. You really don't want to see it push over this level. It's kind of at that area where we want it to hold. And they do have a better structure on the NASDAQ. It's not as high of a wave B, so you'd look at this as A, B, and then C down. And again, we'd want this to hit that 14,550 to 14,500 area. That would allow ES to hold where it needs to above that SPX 4170 number. And then we'd look for a strong reversal off of that. So as I've been saying in my room, there are a lot of reasons for us to expect a bounce. Now the question is, are they going to be able to get this low before we see that bounce? Or are they going to take us higher, okay, to set up for a bigger drop after that? And that's really where we're at. I've been saying for a long time that this area right here, as we zoom out, this area right here is a major inflection point, especially on the ES in the market. That 4170 area is the bull pivot that must hold. If it does not hold, then we are looking at a much bigger down move overall. And so there's a big fight going on here. They pushed it down, the bulls fought back. They pushed it down, the bulls fought back. We're looking for one more push down for the bulls to get a low here, and then looking for the bulls to not only fight back, but take out this high. And if they take out this high here at 15,063, 15,060, right around there, if they take out this high and it's off of a bullish move, then we would look back toward the 16,000 area next on the NASDAQ and back towards the 4,800 area if they can take out that 4335 area in a bullish move as well. So overall, the ball is in the bulls' court. They must defend and they must take it higher, but the actual most bullish move right now would be to get another low because this move up does not really look impulsive. So we would want to see another low and then an impulsive move up where the bulls are trying to take back control of the market. As I said, there are multiple reasons we should be expecting a bounce soon. The question is that bounce going to be kind of a dead cat bounce up here to this 15,100 area on the NASDAQ or the 4330 to 4360 area on the ES? Or are they going to come down, get that low, and then give us a pretty strong bounce? Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link. It'll take you right over to the website. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible monthly plans as well as our Elliott Wave for Beginners course. Now, our monthly plans do come with a 7-day free trial because I want you to get in there. I want you to make sure you love it and become part of the trading team before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time. In our Elliott Wave for Beginners course, we're actually helping real people make real money and understand the market in a way that finally makes sense instead of trying to decipher the confusing news cycles. It's hard to understand why bad news makes the market go up and good news makes the market go down. But with Elliott Wave, you know the key levels of resistance and support, you know the targets, and you know why we should be doing the things we're doing. The market becomes rational even when it looks irrational. It is 25 videos where I go over 3 different sections. We have an introduction where I go over your expectations, the mindset and emotion, the KISS, and why it works. We have our chart setup and tools where I go through every tool you need and how to set it up and how to use it with Elliott Wave Theory to confirm your targets, tops, bottoms, and failures, as well as the Elliott Wave for Beginners course where I go through each wave, what its targets are, how they work, and where their failure points are. I also go through the theory of alternation, the corrective zigzag, the pivot, everything you want to know about how Elliott Wave Theory works and how to understand the market in a way that makes sense. The really cool part of the course is it does come with both of our monthly rooms. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, a midday video where I go over exactly where we are in the charts and what to expect, and the training material you just saw. We trade the SPY and the QQQ and we swing trade, which means our trades last anywhere from a few days to a few months, so we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, if you are interested in day trading as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as day trading, individual stocks, and PT's reduced risk binary method that just crushes the market. He gets you in at a cheap price and gets you huge multiples on your money, and it's how he structures his trades that's so unique. It's something you really have to see to understand, and that's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account, trading mini ES futures, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we would love to have you in these rooms so we can all make money together. All right, the key takeaways for today. Still looking for that low on the ES and the NASDAQ to give us that fifth wave down in the diagonal down here. We would expect it to hold the 42.25 area to as low as about 42.15 or so. Below that starts getting dicey for the bulls, but the ultimate number is 41.70 SPX. If they can hold that, the bulls are in good shape. Then we would look for a strong rally higher out of there. However, if they do start to bounce and take it higher, the 43.30 to 60 area would be the target. And assuming the bears can hold there, we would look for another big push down. Over on the NASDAQ, same thing. We are looking for that lower low to give us that fifth wave down to complete the pattern, the diagonal we've been talking about for a while. From there in the 15,550 to 15,500 area, we'd look for a strong reversal from the bulls and a press higher to push us back toward the 16,000 area. However, if they do decide to push higher, we would look to the 15,100, 15,200 area up here for a C wave up to set us up for the next leg lower on the NASDAQ as well. Guys, it's the weekend. Get out of the house, enjoy your family, have a drink, and I will talk to you next week.